Hey everybody, and welcome to the Upkeep for April 15th, 2019.
That's right, it's all of the magic news you need in 10 minutes or less.
First up, War of the Spark previews continue to roll on out. We've seen a lot of awesome new cards as we are hurtling towards pre-release weekend and then release weekend and Mythic Championship London.
That's right, it's super exciting, and we're gonna know the full story pretty soon.
I know.
What's gonna happen? Who's gonna be okay?
Who's gonna die?
Who's not gonna be okay?
Who's gonna be alive still?
Ooh, no one knows, but we do know. Is
boy.
Spark harvesting lethal? Mark Rosewater says, by the Eternals? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so this was a question asked on his blogatog, and I, for one, am actually kind of shocked by this answer.
I mean, who would legislate that it's not? What body is sitting around being
lethal!
Like,
lethal!
Oh. I definitely said legal. Yes. I thought that you said legal.
No, lethal.
I read legal.
Is it legal? Well, for sure it's not legal. I mean, on Ravnica.
No, I think that it is legal is the point.
Lethal.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
This is why I'm so distraught, because anyone whose spark gets ripped out is now dead.
We saw Dak's spark get ripped out in that trailer. So Dak dead.
Oh, that's
and
really
we
sad.
see them kind of going around.
Yeah,
we see them harvesting a lot.
There's a lot of sparks flying through the air in that expanded art of all of the land. So that is a lot of planeswalkers potentially dead.
It's true.
Because they don't have their spark anymore.
Although Mark Rosewater says by the Eternals, he specifically doesn't say by Bolas. So if Bolas casts that whole Elder spell situation.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Which, did we talk about the video last week that explains Bolas's plan? I don't think so, because it wasn't out.
Yeah, so there is a video that Wizards of the Coast released that kind of gives some backstory into this whole event on Ravnica.
It's a classic evil genius explaining his plan.
Yes, yeah.
before
then what I'll do.
Enacted.
Yes,
that's right. Also, there have been a whole lot of Spanish language leaks, which is sad.
Yeah, we are anti-leak here on the Upkeep, and you should be too, because
I don't like it in my water bottles.
No.
I don't like it in my preview seasons.
I don't like it from my roof, and I don't like it in my Magic.
And remember, if you're on Twitter or something or Reddit, and you're sending out, if you're sharing preview cards, share the creator that got to preview it.
Absolutely.
Because that's a huge part of creators' lives. Is it only comes around a couple of times a year, and it's a huge deal, and people are super excited about it. And as one of our friends over at Scryfall said, like, you don't get it until you get a preview card, and you're like, now I understand why you would want credit for this.
And a lot of people have been tagging the artists for their preview cards in their tweets, or if they're posting on their blog or something like that, which is really cool too, to kind of give the artists out there a bit of a boost and get them some follows too, which I think is really cool.
That's right. Moving on with the news. Up next, the London Mulligan is now on Magic Online.
Yeah, so you can practice for Mythic Championship London, or just if you're curious to find out what that's like, go check it out. A bunch of the pros have been testing Modern, of course, as Mythic Championship London is mostly Modern, on Magic Online. And Autumn Burchett, the winner of the last Mythic Championship, has some thoughts about this, because some people have been wondering if the London Mulligan is going to fundamentally change Modern.
Yeah, they say, my assumption at this point is that if the London Mulligan causes a deck to be oppressive in a format that is more an indication of what should be allowed to be legal within the format rather than what the Mulligan rule should be.
Yeah, a really good take there, I think. But yeah, a lot remains to be seen, and we will see it starting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and if you want to give it a shot, make sure you hop on Magic Online before May 1st, because that's when it will go back while they do their little evaluation period of, is this something that we want to move forward with?
Coming up next, all right, it's going to be MCQ time in the very near future. Mythic Championship Qualifier, the schedule for Barcelona, that's what you're qualifying for, is now live.
That's right. It's going to be standard. And Arcbound Ravager is going to be a promo card that you can get by
pretty good promo.
These. And so this round of MCQs is open to all players. There had been some talk in the past of some Planeswalker point thresholds, but for this one, you play Magic, you can get in that game.
You go over there. It's like the old PTQs, where, you know, you just kind of had a huge group get together and battle for a spot, which I loved old PTQs.
Yes.
So I'm kind of really excited to see this system coming back, where it's just kind of like a mini Grand Prix in your area.
They were so much fun. It was a place where you could go and like we met so many different people there for the first time. It was super cool.
So there's a website up where you can go and find the MCQ nearest you. And once again, that link will be in our show notes. And you can find out when it's being held. You know, the entry fee will change by vendor.
And also make sure that if you're interested in going, you've checked out when pre-registration opens. Yeah. Because they are capped, usually for size, based on the venue. And so if you want to get in there, you want to make sure that you're registered in time.
Coming up next, MagicFest Sao Paulo happened this past weekend. It was modern, keeping on the modern train before London.
I love all this modern.
So much modern. The winner, congratulations to Marlos Bautista Ferreira playing Tron.
Ooh, hello, Tron. Some people's top picks with this new Mulligan rule on the horizon.
Yeah, right.
Looking forward to it.
What else do we have in our top 8, Megan?
We also had Humans at second. Humans at
all right,
third.
Welcome back, Humans.
Maria, you already knew this. You set me up with this question because Boggles came in
Yay, Boggles!
Then we had Titan Shift, Is It Phoenix, 2 copies of Is It Phoenix, and a burn.
Wow, awesome. Let's take a little bit of a look at the metagame breakdown for this tournament too. It's mirroring a lot of the modern tournaments we've been seeing recently, where Is It Phoenix was the majority of the field at 12%, more than 12%, followed by Grixis Shadow, Tron.
Grixis Shadow on the rise.
It is actually. Yeah. It had dipped down there for quite a while, and then coming back up. Tron, Hardened Scales, Golgari midrange, and then Humans.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Humans, get out of here.
Yeah, so once again, I'll say it. We said it, you know, on any episode of the Upkeep where we're talking about modern. Will this be reflective of what we see in London? Who knows? Who knows?
The only thing that will tell us what's reflective of London is London.
You're right. I keep like looking to these tournaments for some kind of clue. Like, oh, are people going to be starting to switch a little bit because they're playing with the London Mulligan on Magic Online? Yeah. And then, but no, it's just seems to be normal.
Maybe right now we're still too far out.
Yeah, could be. Could be.
Or, you know, it's modern. People are playing what they know.
True.
Next up, you can sign up for free Ravnica prequel stories by Django Wexler.
Yeah, so if you've been interested in kind of how we got to where we are on Ravnica today, which, you know, when we're streaming, a lot of people ask in our chat, how can I read more about the story and how we got to this big battle with Bolas and everything, and like what the heck is going on? Great news. Preview stories will be available. All you have to do is sign up. Once again, the link will be in our show notes or below this video. So you just click on that, put your email in, and you'll get a bunch of Ravnica free prequel stories, which is, I think, pretty cool. And once again, you can watch that video that Watsy put together, narrated by Graham from Loading Ready Run.
Yes. Well, that is all of your news for this week.
So if you want to see more of us, you can check out our full-length podcast, Good Luck High Five. Comes out every week on Tuesday, and you can support us on patreon.com/GLHFmagic.
That right. That right.
And by the way, taking people's sparks, definitely not legal.
Definitely not legal.